Hey guys, I've been a long time physical media investor and I've been telling people about 3 to 5 years, is really when kind of like the bubble's gonna burst on this whole physical media thing. I think people are really like starting to take streaming seriously and we've seen it. The theater chains are done. They're basically washed up. I don't know if any theaters are going to be left in business after the summer. I made a whole video about that. But I hate to say it, I think streaming is it's the future, guys. You just have to accept it. It's time to get ready to invest in streaming. So I'm going to be selling off my collection as soon as like this all goes belly up. I don't know if it's going to be like the theaters, or if it's going to be a little bit more of a holdout, but my 3 to 5 year plan may come a lot sooner. So if you've been hoarding movies like me, just by the truckload, and you've got thousands and thousands of movies like me, it's going to be time for you to sell. The streaming platforms are, I hate to tell people, they're not going to burst. They're not going away. There's just going to be more of them. I think ultimately people would rather spend $20 per month on a streaming service and have a very limited selection of high quality movies than go out and buy like a movie they want, you know, especially after the news of like disc rot and everything. Like, it's just people have kind of a bad taste with physical media. So it's just the only platform you can really trust at this point fully. Yeah, there's a little bit of trust with Blu-ray, but really it's just 4K that's immune to the whole disc rot situation. And, that's like $40 a disc, which isn't really a lot, but again, that's two streaming services. You can go get Max, which is an incredible service, puts out nothing but high quality content. And, you can get like, I don't know, like Netflix for a month. I think that's also like $25. And that's going to be movies, that you want to see. Like, they curate a very limited but very good list. And stuff is constantly leaving, so it just leaves you on the edge of your seat and go, what's going to be here? What's going to go? Um, but yeah, I know like people are going to be depressed about it, but you just have to kind of face the facts and be ready to move on. It's not really that cool to like own things. Like minimalism is honestly like the new cool trend. It's just like sell off your stuff, get a tiny home, and and all that space you would have in a home, you can honestly just turn into a pool. Now, someone like me, because I have a sick collection, I'm gonna have so much money, I'm not gonna have a tiny home, I'm gonna have a giant home, and I'm gonna have like 10 pools and 36 cars. But, I'm going to have all these streaming services too. And I'm just going to have access to literally like probably anything good, which is mostly going to be stuff that's come out in like the last 10 years. Cause again, that's what the movie going public cares about. They don't care about like, these 80s movies, these 90s movies, you know, it's really just like stuff that's come out pretty much since like 2010. People want to keep binging, the Marvel movies because they're really good, you know? They don't feel like putting on like something old, like, I don't know, like Terminator, T2. Like, those movies aren't that great. They're really just overhyped. And like you can kind of see how they're made, and it's just like it just draws you out. But like when you have like a bunch of like really realistic CGI and it creates like a big purple alien and it just saps everybody out of existence, like that's just, you just go, whoa. Like, that just changes your whole perspective on things. And again, you can only really get that on streaming. And streaming, honestly, like, it's almost like Thanos in real life. He's kind of like secretly a good guy. It's constantly just flicking their fingers and everything's gone. But streaming is the future. There's just no two ways around it. And I don't know what to tell you beyond that. Like, just get ready to sell your collection and get ready to stream. Like a $300 streaming bill a month is going to be completely reasonable. You think about it, like $20 right now is what you're paying for a candy bar. And you're going to have access, like with all these streaming services, you're probably going to have access to about, 200 worthwhile movies. And really, that's all you need. Like, half the time when you're on a streaming service, anyways, you just kind of keep scrolling and scrolling and going, I might watch something, but I'm trying to see if something really just pokes out at me. And then by the time you find something, you're just like, I'd rather just play Call of Duty, anyways. So, I don't know. It's just kind of how it is. People just don't really watch movies anymore. You know, why watch a movie when, like, you can kind of watch a movie but spread out amongst, like, 15 episodes of, like, a TV show? And then, like, you have all these moments instead of, like, just kind of going by really quickly. Like, it gives them time to, like, really slow down. Let the characters, like, unload all their emotional feelings and constantly, like, getting all these relationships and stuff. Like, that's way more time investing, and you feel like you're really getting your most bang for your buck. Because again, I go to the movie theater, I'm spending $20 a ticket anyways. If I buy a streaming service, I can just, for that price, I can watch a whole TV show, and basically it's like an 8-hour movie, and it's better. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Are you excited for the streaming future and ready to say goodbye to, the standard Hollywood system as we know it? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how many streaming services you have and plan on having.